Hey, it's week 27, it's Thursday, it's getting on for 11 o'clock now and I'm pretty tired. I've been to the motor service station for a shower and a shave and all that good stuff, and we're about ready to crash out. I'll show you the van in nighttime mode. So I've got the bed down and it's getting on for winter, so I have this electric blanket that I use. But it's not cold enough yet to plug it in, to be quite honest. So I just use it as an extra layer. It's really nice teddy toweling stuff. And then on top of that, I've got this duvet. I've got a winter duvet inside. And then I've got this teddy toweling. I sleep on top of that. I use it as got a sheet on top of the mattress topper thing. So nice and cozy, nice and warm. And when it gets really cold, I will plug that in and use that to get warm. I'll put it in for about an hour or so and actually swap these over, so I'll have that underneath that whenever I plug that in, so it traps the heat in. And I put it on for an hour or so, switch it off, and it retains the heat for quite a while, so that's all good. And I'll put the hob on, make a hot drink, so I'll use the gas for that rather than the electric kettle. So having the hob on, it'll warm the place up. And additionally then I'll have a hot water bottle as well. So if you consider there's not much space between here and the roof, and you've got the curtains blocking out the draft from there, you've got all the windows with thin sillet on. Is it called thin sillet? Reflectix? I don't know. You do get warm, without too much of an effort in the winter, so it's not too bad, to be quite fair. So I don't have a diesel heater, I don't have a night heater or anything like that. Because there's just no space in here for it. It's a micro camper, and by its very definition there's very little space. So I just thought I'd share the evening setup, so to speak. Forgot, all the switch panels are quite handy. You can use them quite quickly and easily whilst you're in bed. I always have my essentials, such as a laptop, a reading book, for playing games on, or for watching telly or whatever, and some water, and of course the all important pee bottle. At a certain age you need the pee bottle. It's an essential piece of kit, that is for sure. And that's it, that's all you need. You just need to keep it simple, don't go overboard, don't go mad, and you'll be fine. And in terms of wondering where to park and all that sort of business, again, I'm on my usual place. If you can see it behind me. Okay, but I am parked in the overspill car park behind the Toby Carvery in Doncaster, and they know I'm here. The management, I always go and speak to them. I always go and ask if I can stay here. I got here quite late today, so I didn't bother going in to ask. I just made a presumption it'd be okay, but I'll make it up to them. I normally go in for a pint and something to eat as well, but I've taken drinking Guinness Zero, so I'm enjoying a nice pint, but with none of the alcohol, so I'm fine for driving, and all that sort of thing. So that's quite nice actually. It's a good discovery. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's nice. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the hay, so to speak. Now we're back into travelling mode. Bed's away, duvets away, blankets are away. I always leave these ones on because it keeps the fabric of the seating clean as well as to keep it warmer and more comfortable. I always lay my laptop back down there so it's not rocking and rolling along around. My sink becomes a storage unit. The lid's broken on the sink. See a previous video for that one. I use the top of the cupboards for storage, and that's it. I'll tell you, these clear bags here I use all the time for like sandwich bag things, I think, or freezer bags, and use them for little bits of rubbish. And the front of my car, or my van, becomes a storage unit as well. I store all sorts of stuff on there for travelling. Every bit of space is used. Back from a micro camper. The time is 7:22. It's 5 degrees, so it's getting a bit cold. I never felt the cold until this morning when I peeled back the blankets. The duvet and teddy blanket arrangement kept me nice and warm. I didn't need to plug it in at all. I was perfectly warm. As I said, I didn't feel any cold until I peeled back the blankets. And that's when And I was not freezing, but a little bit of chilliness came in. I'm colder now. I'm dressed and I'm out of the van, obviously. I've got the engine running, warming up. I'm about to move off to go to my spot where I work. So I never try to work in the same spot that I sleep, because I'm here for too long. It's like I moved in. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, try to move around a bit. Try not to be in the same spot all the time, because people get annoyed at seeing you there, and that's where the trouble starts. That said, I've become quite a regular here at this spot. I go in for a pint, I go in for a meal, and they're quite happy to see me, and they always give me permission to stay. So I always ask. Every single time I come, I always ask. And they always say yes, no problem, of course you can. So then I'll order a meal and I'll order a drink. So, you know, in terms of how much you pay, it's similar to, well, it's not actually, because campsites have gone up. I was going to say similar to a campsite, but it isn't. Campsites have gone up an awful lot. So I'll pay about 15 quid per night sometimes. Sometimes I'll pay about 3 quid per night. So I'm not going to buy a meal just for the sake of buying a meal if I don't want one. And they're fine with that. Absolutely fine. And like last night, sometimes I don't pay anything. Because last night was one time that I didn't ask for permission to stay, because I came in so late that they were cleaning them up and putting away that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. And then there's people like this also stay regular, and that's absolutely fine. You know, same as me. But they arrive very late. They arrive well late after me every time. So I think they do that so they don't have to go in, if you know what I mean. I don't know. But, you know, each to their own, innit? Each to their own. I like a social company. That's why I go in as well. That's another reason. Right. I'm going to move off. Set up for work. Going to try and find some breakfast. I need some milk as well. Break right now at work. And I just wanted to show you the third and final stage of my setup. Okay, so you've seen it in night mode, you've seen it in day mode. Okay, so I've got the solar panels out. Okay, charging up the EcoFlow down there. The Bluetti down there is running my laptop and a second monitor and a mouse and a graphics tablet, and of course at current I've got the engine running, so I've got the Bluetti plugged into the 12 volt there. My laptop's on its, it was fully charged this morning, but it's down to a minimum charge now on the laptop, sorry. Did I say laptop? I think I did. So I'm charging up the Bluetti, the laptop on the Bluetti, and it's almost fully charged, but the Bluetti's down to 65%. So I'm just topping it up by running the engine for a little while, and yeah, keep them both topped up throughout the day. The day is done, and everything's back to normal now, as you can see. And I'm about to get in and head off to, well, I need the loo. So I'm going to go to Asda. I also need to get some food in, because the fridge is looking a bit bare at the moment. Got 1 or 2 bits and pieces in, but that's about it. I need to get 1 or 2 more bits and pieces. I don't buy a lot. I just tend to buy bits and pieces as I go, you know. So I shop for the day rather than for the week. And actually, it's been quite good, because you do save a lot of money that way. You know, you don't have any food wastage, so to speak. So yeah, you do save a lot of money. So I'm happy with that. I'm a bit chilly now. It's 18 degrees. It's getting down a bit cooler. I've had a good day at work. It's been good. It's 6:10 now. I started at about 8 o'clock, 20 to 8 this morning. So it's been a long day. And I've still got loads to do to catch up on, which I'll probably try and squeeze in on Sunday night before Monday morning. But it's got to be done. It's a bit crap, but it's got to be done. And yeah, I can't believe we're heading into our 3rd week of this academic term already. It's mad how quickly the time goes. It's crazy, and I don't like that, because your life goes by a bit quicker than you would like, right? But it is what it is. You know, you got to work, got to pay the bills and what have you, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to head off to Asda now, and then I'm going to head up to Wakefield. So I'm spending time with the kids this weekend, so that's absolutely fantastic. So yeah. Morning. I'll just throw this on for the sake of preserving my modesty, but I've just woke up. I'm talking quietly. It's about 9:30, would you believe? I haven't woken up this late. I've slept in this late for a very long time. Sleep in for another hour or two, if I'm being honest. I slept really, really well last night. It's madness. And the beauty of it is, with the blinds up, the curtains up and everything, you know, looking out, daylight and stuff, you could be anywhere in the world, you wouldn't really know. But as it happens, I'm in the city of Wakefield. So yeah, I'm doing a city camp. And the reason I'm doing a city camp is because I've come to see the kids. But yeah, I'm going to peel back the curtains so you can see where I am. It's hardly picturesque. You know, it's a city at the end of the day. It's not right in the centre of the city or anything. It's on the edge of. Here we go. So you can see that I'll pull curtains back. I'm still in bed. You can see that yeah, I'm somewhat urban, which is fine. I don't mind being urban at all. But because this is quite a busy main road, I would hazard to guess it's one of the, not the busiest, but one of the busiest main roads in this little area, for sure. People have been walking past early morning on the way to work and stuff, and they'd have been subjected to my snoring probably and thought, what the hell is going on? It's quite human. It's quite humorous, is what I was trying to say there. Yeah, as I said, I'm trying to talk quietly because I don't want people to read. I try to be a little bit stealth. And the good thing is that when we peel these down, these are just Reflectix on cardboard with some contact glue. And they won't fit very well. As you can see, I've tried to what's that stuff? Velcro them on multiple times, and it's not really worked out for me. But anyway, I would need a better solution for curtains. But anyway, let's peel this back. Now, bear in mind, I've got a very, very tinted window, so nobody can see in. So I'm not worried about that. Yeah. So, this side, everything's going to fall over when I do this, probably. Oh no, it's okay. A bit of a hill there. Can we see people living at the top of the hill? Over there. Now, it's a very, hang on. Maybe not. It is a very narrow road as well, so people have to slow right down to get past you. It's not my favourite location for the traffic, to be fair, and it's on quite a hill. Last night I slept so soundly, it was unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to put this van back into day mode. This is yesterday's top, so I want to put fresh clothes on. But I'll just dump all my clothes on there at night time. I'll take them off. So I'll set all my bed up and everything. I get on top of the bed, I wriggle out my clothes, throw them on the side there, and then in the morning wriggle back into them. Right, got myself some breakfast. I'm all dressed. I don't know, when you cook it Ridge Monkey, to cool it down quicker, I always leave it open like that. Okay, so it just cools down that little bit faster, so I can put it away a bit quicker. Yeah, anyway, that's just me maybe, I don't know. What do you do? Crumpets for tea, for breakfast, mate. Crumpets for tea, for breakfast, mate. If you're not in the UK, and you've never had crumpets, go down in your local superstore We'll see if you can buy Warburton's crumpets. Oh, they're lovely. Loads of butter. What's today got on offer? Well, I've got to do a little bit of tidying around here. Got to do at some point this weekend, not necessarily today, some schoolwork ready for Monday. And I've got to do, what else have I got to do? Oh, I've got to book an MOT. That's it, the dreaded MOT. Got to book that. Don't really want to do that, but got to do it. And I need to book it in for the school half term. So they've got my car for the day, you see, and of course I sleep, live and work in this car, so I can't do it during a working day. So I need to do it during half term. So I need to get my laptop out, do a bit of research, and yeah, get that sorted. And then this evening we're going to go and see Beetlejuice. That's the second film in the franchise. I loved the first one. The first one's legendary, isn't it? So hopefully the second one's going to be just as good and not going to be disappointing. I don't think it's a second film. I think it's just a remake of the first one. I'm not quite sure, actually. Not sure how it works, but we'll see how it goes. And that's it, really. That's the day. I'm running the engine at the moment. You might be able to hear it because I want to put some charge back into the leisure batteries. I spoke earlier when I was putting the bed up and down, or down, sorry, up, down, putting it away. That the battery was down to like 10.3 volts or something, which is an indication that it's seen better days, to be fair. But it's struggling. It's doing its job. It's struggling, but it's doing its job for now. So I do need to price up the supply and fitting of a new leisure battery, and I can't afford to go lithium just yet. So I'm going to hold off on that and just maybe get a lead acid one fitted for now, to get me through the next 12 months maybe. Yeah, I think that might be the way to go. So keep it a bit cheaper and just do a like for like swap if I can get someone to do it. Yeah, that's it really. Tomorrow, tomorrow, same really. It's just, life is just life. Do you know what I mean? I've come over here to Wakefield to see kids. I haven't really come over here to Wakefield to go off on Jolly Jaunts and make videos. Do you know what I mean? I think some people do, and YouTubers do that just to entertain people and just to boost their business, so to speak. That's a bit of a shame. But anyway, enough about them. I'm going to scoff this. I'm going to have a cup of tea, go see kids, and I might pick you up later this evening. Well, what can I say? Had a nice time with the kids in Wakefield, but I am now back. As you can see, in my usual spot in Doncaster, I've got some company behind me, as you can see, in the form of a very expensive motorhome. And so, yeah. So news tonight was not great. Mum's not very well. She's in the care home, so I'm waiting to hear back from the district nurse to see if she needs to go into hospital or not with a gallstone. So I'm going to try and get a couple of hours sleep now. The chances are the nurse isn't going to arrive until the early hours of the morning anyway. So I'll try and get a few hours sleep now, just in case. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But you know what? That said, it's a really good time to end this particular vlog, and if you've watched it so far, thanks very much for doing so and sticking through it, and please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the channel out quite a lot, helps it to grow, and it kind of inspires me to make more videos as well. Okay, so thanks very much for coming along for the journey, and I'll see you in the next one.